Well, I don't know if you guys heard, but Google is possibly dying, and we should probably talk about that.
It's the Mammoth Plumber Podcast with Tyler Williams, the marketing man.
No, Google is not dying. That's a lot of sensationalism going on in marketing circles right now about Google dying. Google's not dying. Google is changing. Google is evolving. So you could say that the way that you used to use Google for your business is dying. That I could get behind. But Google itself, no. It's a massive multi-billion-dollar company, and the actual search volume on Google is doing just fine. But people are saying this largely in relation to how they depended on Google. That I think bears some weight, right? So here's the biggest thing. What's changing? Well, it's AI. So let's talk about how AI is changing Google, or rather Google is changing to utilize AI, and what that means for you as a business and what that means for your consumers, because we need to talk about their behavior. Let's go. So what's with this AI stuff and how is it affecting Google? Well, you already know that Google has been utilizing AI overviews and things like that in order to try and maintain their sort of, stranglehold on search. Now, the problem that I have right now is people are looking at ChatGPT, they're looking at Claude, they're looking at Gemini, and they're building marketing packages around these platforms, okay? Now, they're doing it and they're saying like, Google's dying, you gotta get over here. And there's some truth to that, but I've always been a behavior first marketer, right? So you need to look at the behavior of the market before you make decisions about your actual marketing. Because if you adapt, if you move your budgets too early, you are leaving an opportunity zone to go where there's nothing but air. But if you adapt after the market has started to move a bit, you can always catch up, because there's always going to be people who are terrible at a platform, and if you're listening to this, you're probably going to do better than most. So the problem that we have right now is if you take a look at ChatGPT and AI and Claude and Gemini and all those, and you take a look at, well, what does that mean for plumbing companies? Okay, specifically home services, right? If you take a look at that, the market hasn't moved yet. And so I don't think that you should change your behavior if the behavior of the user hasn't changed itself yet. Now, you're probably going like, well, how do you know that, Tyler? Well, I lucked out. I said this in a presentation, and then Searchlight's CEO dropped a stat on Facebook, and I was like, thank you, I wish I had this a little bit earlier, and I saved his screenshot. But essentially, I did the math from all of the conversions that he saw for the period of time that this was for. So this, will change in the months ahead a little bit, but there was only 0.2% of the conversions were being attributed to AI platforms. That is not enough for me to say Google is dying and everybody's running away and getting their leads elsewhere. Like, that's not what happens right now. So be careful about basically putting your money into AI ranking platforms or AI ranking programs, because everything is still changing. Like Reddit, I read yesterday that Reddit was ranking really well on ChatGPT and is no longer ranking really well on ChatGPT. But there's always nuance developed in the middle of this too. Well, what parts of Reddit were ranking and what parts of Reddit weren't ranking? And why would a consumer go to ChatGPT to find a Reddit post to then decide to hire a plumber, right? So you got to think about the behavior model that is also happening. So right now, and I did this for my presentation, I will post that presentation eventually because it's got nice screenshots for all this. But right now, if you go to ChatGPT and say, best plumber in location, it's going to give you a list of people, right? But it doesn't give the homeowner what they want when they're trying to make that decision. There's no messaging, there's no call buttons, and especially there's no reviews. So as a homeowner, it doesn't behoove you to go over there yet. Like, it's not worth putting your search energy into ChatGPT when you can go to Google, and there you're gonna get social proof, and you're going to get immediate call to action buttons. And this is conversion optimization. Like, this is something marketers have been doing for a long time, and they seem to be ignoring it when they're talking about these platforms because they want to sell you a new package to rank on AI. When in fact, a lot of the things that you do for SEO affect AI, And a lot of AI is utilizing SEO to get to crawl the pages, so it ends up being somewhat similar signals, right? Now, the problem is all this is brand new too. So it's going to change, and it's going to change pretty swiftly. And so if anybody's coming out and giving you promises about we can guarantee you a ranking on AI, good freaking luck. This thing is moving so stinking fast, it's irresponsible to make a promise like that. That's why I don't do it. So keep these things in mind. Now, the big thing here is Google has also introduced their AI overviews, but what does Google do more than anyone else? They say, hey, come to us for the AI overviews and we're gonna put our ads above that. If you look, local services ads are the thing that Google prioritizes on their front page when somebody's looking for a service provider, looking for a plumber right now. That is one of the key spots to be in. It's a whole other goat rope. You can go look for a video on my YouTube channel about LSA. I have an hour-long video going over that platform and I think you should use it if you aren't. But LSA is not built for somebody to command Google's search engine, right? LSA is built on performance-driven metrics, which is how Google is controlling, who gets visibility. So it's not budget dependent. So it's different than most ads. But the notion that Google is dying because that's the notion that's going around, to bring this back around. The notion that Google is dying is dumb. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. I think though that the way that we had been utilizing Google for leads is absolutely changing. Google has been pushing down SEO results for ages. And so those are getting harder and harder to get, which means what do they push? They push LSA and they push PPC because their shareholders need that graph to go up, and that's where they make their money. So always remember the end game of these companies in mind. Graph go up. How does graph go up? Oh, we have to incentivize people to spend money on our platform. Google is not incentivized to give you anything for free. So an SEO is really gaming the search engine to try and get something for free. So with SEO, in my eyes, the most important thing is, do you show up for your company name, and do you eventually show up in the results? Now, Map Pack is a little bit different because that's going to be very proximity focused, but you want to not rest your company on SEO because SEO no longer has the gold rush effect that it did 5, 10, 15 years ago. That time is gone. There's too much competition in the market and it's such a slow moving needle. What I really want out of my clients and out of plumbers in general is be such a force in your market that everybody who Googles you can find you, because then you end up getting people on your pages, into your socials. You end up becoming the talk of the town, the chatter, and you've got SEO in the brain. Mental real estate is extremely important. You have to manufacture it with intent. The other thing about SEO though is if you have mental real estate, you're going to accidentally send Google the signals that your company should rank better, because they're going to dwell more on your website. They're going to watch more of your videos. They're going to consume more of your own content, all of those things. But remember, SEO, PPC, LSA, all lead aggregation, all lead searching like that, it's you on your back foot. It's important, you need to get it when you can, but it cannot be the tip of the spear. The tip of the spear is brand building. The tip of the spear is going out with Meta and Facebook ads and things like that, community events, billboards, mailers, door knocking, all those things, those are the tip of the spear. Those introduce you to people for the first time when they've never heard of you before. Every other lead aggregation service is you showing up on a list of competitors and them going, which one do I want to try? And if you don't have trust signals built up enough in that, you lose. And it's a very, very competitive market at that point too, because they know there's choices. So of course they're going to be more price conscious. Of course they're going to ask for more quotes. That's why they have no loyalty in the first place. So keep these things in mind when you're thinking about all this stuff. Man, did I go on a tangent. It's a bit of a rant of mine about SEO. But right now, the consumer who is looking for a plumber and has no loyalty, they're still gonna go to Google. They're not gonna go to ChatGPT. yet. I do think that this is going to change. I think that these platforms are growing in popularity. They are starting to get symptom searches or DIY searches, like how do I unclog drain, whatever. And you can capture some people from that, but not a lot, because if you search for very specific symptoms of problems that the homeowner is going to have, you don't get links, you get result, which is ChatGPT scraping your content and just regurgitating it without actually giving you any sources or attribution. Google is a little bit better at this, but ChatGPT is kind of terrible at it. So keep all this stuff in mind, that marketing is an ever-shifting landscape, and there's never a black and white in marketing. Which is one of the reasons why I love marketing. It is so evolutionary. It's so like squishy, and it's all of it. The only solid in marketing is that you need to be thinking about the psychology of the user more than you need to be thinking about the computers that they're pinging, because that's where the battle starts. That is the true front lines, is what's up here. So I want people to be careful because I've seen market changes before. My first ad was a phone book ad, folks. Like all these platforms, all these shifts, all these things, yeah, there's gonna be some early adoption, there's gonna be some gold rush, but then all of that is gonna be sensationalized to sell things that have no effect. And I really don't wanna see people jumping into things too early when there's no opportunity, like I said. I wanna make sure that there's solid opportunity for your business before you put energy into things. And one of my quotes that I put in my presentation about all this was, less than 1% of your market should not take up more than 1% of your energy. And remember what we're looking at right now based on the search results, or the stats from Searchlight, which is 0.2% of the leads are coming from AI. So keep your guns on Google right now. Like, keep looking at it, but never forget about brand building, and realize that marketing is always going to be a mix. It's always going to be a stack of things. It's never going to be like one thing that makes your business. You got to diversify. And that will also help you surf these shores of shifting sands. Wow, that's a lot of S's. In order to make things work. So I hope this has been insightful. I did go off on tangents and rants, and that's just what I do. This is all stream of consciousness. All right, so if you want us to take a look at your company from a marketing standpoint, you can go to mammothforplumbers.com, and my company would be happy to sit down with you for an hour and say, well, this is what we think that you should work on, and here's where our agency can help. You're under no obligation to buy things. At the very least, you walk away with a really good idea of these would be your next steps forward. And you understand our philosophy of marketing and advertising as an agency, which ultimately comes from me. But I want to be helpful before we're salesy, and that's what those are designed for. So anyway, pick up your world and start shouting into the void, because that's how you get customers, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Let me tell you the tale of Tyler Williams, the marketing man. Born beneath the northern glow, through icy winds and endless snow, one dark night, disaster came, a plumbing failure, a world in shame. Searching online, no ads in sight, no plumber answered in the endless night. The pipes burst wide, the earth gave way, his home was gone, his mother lost. With fists clenched tight to the frozen sky, Tyler made a vow, a marketing cry. Plumbers shall rise, their name shall stand, I will forge their fate with my own hand. Plumbers shall rise, their name shall stand, I will forge their fate with my own hand. Tyler Williams, the marketing man, with cosmic power he built the plan. Fire in his eyes, campaigns in his hand, he builds lost plumbers across the land. From frozen wastes to city skies, plumbers thrive where legends rise. Alone through ice and stone, the Alaskan wilds became his home. He fought off bears with furious might and carved a shelter through the night. But cold winds whispered, his breath ran thin, he stumbled weak, his strength grew dim. Then through the storm a shadow tall, a mighty mammoth, a titan's call. Mammoth. Tyler, your time has come. I will teach you the cosmic secrets of persuasion and advertising, ancient marketing magic lost to time. Through my wisdom, you shall rise, and the world will always find a plumber in their time of need. Tyler Williams, the marketing man, born of the wild with a mammoth plan. He bends the stars, he shakes the sky. For plumbers lost, he lifts them high. With words like thunder, ads like fire, he turns their dreams into empires. No more shadows, no more doubt. With mammoth power, he pulls mills out. For 35 years through frost and fate, he studied with Mark, making marketing great. He grew 10 feet, his beard turned wild. With mammoth wisdom, no longer a child. His eyes burned green with northern light. His voice could shake the stars at night. Then Mark the mammoth raised his head, and to his pupil this is what he said. Tyler, you have mastered the ancient ways, the lost art of persuasion, the magic of marketing. Your time is now, the world is waiting. Plumbers live in darkness, but you shall be their light. Go forth, fly to their shops, make them known across the cosmos. Mark raised his tusks and split the sky. A portal opened, a world passed by. Through time, through space, a rift was torn, and Tyler Williams was reborn as the mythical, fabled, magical marketing man. He flies from shop to shop, lifting plumbers to the top. Through mammoth power, through ads so bright, he brings their business into the light. That was the tale of Tyler Williams, the marketing man.